Hello, everyone. I'm quite honored to be giving the High Fat Phony guest lecture in nutrition, and there's a couple things we need to clarify. First of all, caffeine and tea and coffee are wonderful foods. Wonderful foods. Yes, I know they increase cortisol and catecholamines, but they do it in a different way than stress. Stress is bad when it elevates cortisol and catecholamines, but caffeine, tea, and coffee are good. You could trust me. In addition, we need to clarify this stuff up about soy. Soy is a good food. So what if it's sprayed with glyphosate, which is a gut toxin and a neurotoxin and an endothelial toxin? It's actually really good for you. And even though 40% of the calories are from fat, it doesn't cause obesity. And even though it's super high in estrogenic chemicals, it's still good for you. And even though it activates both estrogen receptors, ER alpha and beta, that doesn't mean it causes breast cancer. That doesn't mean anything. Okay, so what if it lowers sperm counts and testosterone? That doesn't mean men who eat it are soy boys. It's a great food. And even though it can damage the female reproductive tract and cause premature thalarc, it's a great food and it's safe for women. Even though it can disrupt their menstrual cycles, even though it can increase the growth of fibroids, it's a great healthy food. And so what if it can increase the risk of endometriosis? It's a great food. So what if it can increase postmenopausal endometrial bleeding? It's a great food. So what if it has heme iron, okay, and it elevates insulin-like growth factor and it might be carcinogenic? That's not clear yet, and I don't think that's true. I think it's a great food. So what if it's goitrogenic? You don't really need that much thyroid function. So what if it inhibits thyroid peroxidase? It's a great food. And people can have elevated TSH and perhaps hyperlipidemia. So what, okay? Some soy beverages may concentrate fluoride or aluminum. That doesn't really matter. It's a great food. And also, I just want to recommend nuts and seeds to you. I think you should eat a lot of nuts and seeds and soy and olive oil and canola, but you should keep your BMI below 21. Okay, that's very doable. You can do it. I know you can do it. Okay, you have to understand the fat in nuts and seeds is different than the fat in other foods. It's magic, okay? It doesn't cause weight gain and it doesn't cause atherosclerosis. All that McDougall stuff about the fat you eat is the fat you wear, it is not true. And you need to wear more sunscreens. So what about the nanoparticles in the estrogens, estrogenic chemicals, preservatives, and whatnot? Sunscreens are good for you. Okay, and like I said, olive oil and canola oil are good for you. Don't listen to those vegetarian extremist types like Esselstyn, McDougall, and Rogers. They're full of crap, okay? Olive oil and canola are good for you. The research shows it. And so what if it's industry funded? So many industry funded studies have shown that you can trust them. Okay, MSG and MFG and fluoride, they're okay. Don't listen to that Rogers. He's a whack job, okay? I heard he's, got some strange ideas about Kempner. Don't listen to him. He's far from the mainstream. And if you get a little diabetes, so what? You can take metformin. It's a good drug. It appears to probably be able to increase longevity. So what if it's a mitochondrial inhibitor? So what if mitochondrial inhibition is what causes insulin resistance and diabetes? It's a smart strategy to take a mitochondrial inhibitor to treat diabetes. It really is. And if you're going to need birth control, the men should just get a vasectomy. It's no big deal. You can always reverse it if you want. And by the way, that McDougall stuff about eating potatoes being a good idea, it's ridiculous, okay? The glycemic index is too high. Rice, potatoes, sweet potatoes, those are bad foods. Don't listen to McDougall and Rogers. They're full of crap. They don't know what they're talking about. Okay, and I do think everybody should be drinking 8 cups of water a day. It doesn't matter if you're an 80-pound woman or a 350-pound lineman. You really should all be drinking at least 8 cups of water a day. And it's okay. You can just drink tap water. It's okay if it's got aluminum in it. It's okay if it's got F minus fluoride in it. That's okay. It's okay. It's still really good for you. Okay? We've all seen all those fat women walking around with a big bottle of water and how, drinking a gallon of water a day out of a straw has been really helpful for them. We've all seen how they dramatically lost weight when they do that. Come on, it works. Okay, and as far as avocados, they are really good for you. Don't listen to those crazy people telling you that the AP, L is bad for you. So what? Maybe it has a little cyanide in it. It's not a problem. Maybe it has a little other neurotoxins in it. It's not a problem. You can't really rely on those chem data sheets, okay? And so what if it's got trans fats? It's a good food, okay? Come on. Vitamin D supplements are really good for you. You should be taking more of them. And, if you're going to take B12, which you're going to probably need to if you eat too much of these plants, you really ought to take cyanocobalamin. So what if maybe a little cyano accumulates? It's not a big deal. Well, anyways, I hope we've clarified some of these questions for you. This is, information that I hope will really help you. Best of luck with you, you stupid pros.